Hello there, welcome to another Cowley Assembly. My name's Mr. Mercure. I teach mainly on the sixth form site, but for today I've got some information and a nice little assembly for you about cultural capital, and in particular about the Chinese New Year. It's coming up. 2021 is the year of the ox, and we're going to learn a little bit today about all things Chinese. It was actually interesting because when I went to China with some what are now year 10 students, we were asked to watch two pieces of music. One piece of music I knew quite well. It was called Niersen Dorma, and Niersen Dorma is it's an opera written by Puccini about 100 years ago now, and it's about a Chinese princess called Princess Turandot, and Princess Turandot wasn't the nicest princess in the world. She was obviously a very pretty girl, and lots of men wanted to marry her. And when these men came to ask her for hand in marriage, she set them three riddles, three almost impossible riddles to solve. And when, sure as might, they got them wrong, she then cut off their heads, put it on a big wooden stick, and let everyone see how stupid they were as they walked past them in the street. So it's an interesting tale, to say the least, but it's very famous. You might actually have heard Pavarotti sing this song. What I didn't know was that it was based on the music of called Mo Li Hua. Mo Li Hua, the main theme of that song was used by Pavarotti. Now, what I'm saying is, this might be totally useless to you. It might be quite interesting, but there will be times in your life, perhaps in the future, when it might be useful. And the more seemingly useless information you have in the back of your head sometimes helps. And it might help in a job interview. It might help in a social situation. It might just be interesting. You might get into music in a way that you perhaps wouldn't have done before. So bear all that in mind. Sometimes stuff which isn't directly relevant to our life can prove to be useful sometime in the future. Now I'm going to hand over to Miss Gu. Miss Gu is our Chinese teacher here at Cowley, and we're very lucky to have such a wonderful Mandarin department. And she's going to talk to you about the Chinese New Year.
Hello everyone. In this assembly, I would like to share some information about Chinese New Year with you all. Let's first all say Happy New Year in Chinese. 新年快乐。新年快乐。Now, 新年 means New Year and 快乐 means happy. So when you say 新年快乐, you are literally saying New Year happy. Chinese New Year is also known as Spring Festival, which has been celebrated for over 5,000 years. It starts on the first day of the Chinese lunar calendar and lasts for 15 days. This year, Chinese New Year falls on the 12th of February. The zodiac sign for the coming year is the ox. Here are some decorations that Chinese people would put up for the New Year period. Examples include lanterns, greeting cards, banners, posters, paper cuttings, Chinese knots, and plants. You will notice many of these items are red. This is because red is the favorite color of Chinese people. It is associated with luck and good fortune. Just like in Europe at Christmas time, there are many traditional foods that people would usually eat during Chinese New Year. 春卷, spring rolls, symbolize wealth because they look like gold bars. 饺子, dumplings, represent reunion and goodwill. In the south of China, people eat 鱼生, raw fish salad, because in Chinese, the pronunciation of fish is similar to surplus. 年糕, year cake, is a sticky sweet cake which symbolizes a higher year than the previous one. Cake and tall are homophones in Chinese, two words with the exact same pronunciation. Over the 15-day festival, people visit their relatives and friends, giving red envelopes filled with money to children along with good wishes for the new year. Before New Year's Day itself, people clean their houses from top to bottom and put up festive decorations. The family gets together for a meal during the evening to enjoy quality family time, playing games, chatting, and preparing large amounts of food. After dinner, the whole family watches Spring Festival Gala and watch fireworks. People have long believed that setting off fireworks can chase away evil spirits. The video below shows some of the ways Chinese people celebrate New Year. Perhaps you can celebrate this year too.
Chinese New Year, also known as Spring Festival and Lunar New Year, is pretty much the biggest holiday of the year in China. If you're not going to be in China to welcome the New Year, but you'd like to join in on some of the holiday festivities, here are some traditions that you too can participate in, no matter where you're located. Traditions do vary from region to region in China and from family to family, but these are some of the most widely practiced activities. Number 1. Create and hang homemade 对联 or rhyming couplets. Red paper, black paint, a paintbrush, and a saying is all you'll need to add festivity and good fortune to your home in the coming year. 对联, also known as 春联, are poetry couplets where the two lines are antithetical yet contain complementary words that bring good fortune to the home and its residents. Use your best calligraphy skills to write out the 3 lines and tape them around your doorframe. You can find many ready-to-write sayings online. Choose one specific to the Chinese zodiac year approaching, or find another couplet that you like. Number 2. Make homemade jiaozi, or dumplings. A common tradition in northern China is to make dumplings for the new year. From mixing up the dough, to rolling out the wrappers and filling them, to boiling the dumplings on the stove, it's a process that the whole family can get involved in. Some families even put a freshly washed coin inside a dumpling. The person who gets that dumpling will have good fortune all year long. Number 3. Go shopping for new clothes and accessories. It's customary to treat yourself and your loved ones to new clothes to wear as you usher in the Chinese New Year. If this is your 本命年, the year of your birth zodiac sign, then it's tradition to wear at least one red item every day for the whole year to negate the bad luck brought on by the year. Belts, socks, and underwear are the most common ways that Chinese people work red into their wardrobe on a daily basis. But red outerwear such as sweaters, scarves, and dresses are acceptable too. Number 4. Clean the house from top to bottom. Depending on your personality, this might not be the most fun activity on the list. But in China, it's essential to start the new year with a clean house to symbolize a fresh new start. Sweep away all the dust and bad memories and open the door to a year of endless possibilities. This wraps up the list of the biggest traditions for celebrating Chinese New Year. Come next Chinese New Year, you can try some of these out yourself.
Well, thank you, Miss Gu, for that presentation. We've certainly learned a lot more about the Chinese New Year and Chinese customs. And for those of you who are interested, I'm just going to play for you directly after me speaking here 2 very, very short extracts of the well, the first one's Luciano Pavarotti singing Puccini's Nis and Dorma, which you probably have heard before. And the second one is probably one that you won't have heard before, but it's a nice little Chinese song, Mo Li Hua. And it translated, it's called The Jasmine Flower. So thank you very much for listening, and I hope you enjoy our last few seconds of music.